Rafferty and Griffin's problem with these original four dimensions put forth by Bass is that the empirical research has shown over time a high overlap between all their subdimensions. And so Rafferty and Griffin discovered that they weren't as distinct in practice as the theory of transformational leadership had previously suggested. And so they believe that this has led to confusion in leadership training and application and measurement over the years. And so Rafferty and Griffin took a different approach to transformational leadership, and they broke down the model into five synonymous, but according to them, more precise components so that they could test their unique effects on leadership. So the five subdimensions of Rafferty and Griffin's study are the following. The first is vision, which they define as the expression of an idealized future based on shared values. And as far as the authors are concerned, this dimension is closely related to charisma, but it has more focus on the clarity and inspirational nature of the picture painted by the leader. The second dimension is inspirational communication, and they characterize this as the positive and emotionally charged communication that builds confidence and motivates their people. And it's distinct, according to them, from just having a vision. And they believe it's just as much about how you say your vision as opposed to just what you say. The third dimension of their model is intellectual stimulation, which encourages others to think about problems in new ways. It's linked to higher creativity, better problem solving, and more strategic growth. It's also shown to increase someone's effective commitment, which is their emotional commitment, and their continuance commitment, meaning that followers are more likely to feel both inspired by the leader and invested in working harder and staying with the organization longer. The fourth dimension is supported leadership, which is the expression of concern for individual needs and fostering what they characterize as psychological safety. Now, I haven't taken issue the with the word association with psychological safety because I think leaders should be making their people strong as opposed to making them feel safe. Because when you make them feel safe, you actually make them psychologically smaller. But I digress. And so it's often assumed to be a core transformational leadership dimension, but this study actually found that it had limited unique predictive power once the other four subdimensions were accounted for. So it may not drive performance directly, but the authors contend that it lays the groundwork for enhanced trust.